Do you think that you can see different patterns in different countries? Again, this seems to be very much a Western phenomenon, if not even more pronounced in the English-speaking part of the Western.
You got it in one. You got it in one. It's an American contagion that went global, as American things do tend to. Like when America sneezes, the rest of the world catches a cold, especially culturally, funnily. We tend to think about politics or money or business or power, hard power. But culturally, America is more dominant than any country has ever been in the history of humanity. Like it leaves the Roman Empire in the dust in terms of its influence globally. And that influence, it's not a deliberate influence. It's not orchestrated by anyone. It's just that's where the big media companies are. It's where the big tech companies are. Obviously, it's the leader of the Western world in terms of things like military action. All the global multinational companies, they tend to have their headquarters in America. Products are designed to suit Americans. And there's a great book that was written some years ago about the way that the American mindset has gone global. It's called Crazy Like Us, the globalization of the American psyche. And it traces American ways of thinking, for example, PTSD, which is something that came after the Vietnam War, and how that got exported. And it got exported by NGOs. So they would turn up in countries like Sri Lanka after the Civil War, obviously people who were distressed and traumatized, and they would interpret that through the American lens of PTSD. And you tell people that their distress fits a certain pattern and their distress tends to fit a certain pattern. And so people start to display the symptoms specifically of PTSD. So that's what we're seeing. And if you think then that it's an American idea, this conception of what gender, man, woman mean is as American as the concept of race that America is currently exporting as well, which very much depends on America's own racial history and doesn't translate necessarily very well to other countries.